Hi guys, I hope that you are all safe and well. It's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do this week's Facebook card reveals for you all. So, if you were drawn to card 1, we're going into the energy of the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands keeps coming up this week for people actually in readings. And it's all about moving forward, being really active and really honest and really true in yourself with looking at what you're carrying, what you're holding on to. Do these wands actually belong to yours in the first place, or have you become so burdened with other people's garbage, other people's junk? Have you been trying to help everybody and it's maybe come at a cost to yourself? This could also be that maybe you're holding on to a lot of sort of stuff from past cycles or past times. There could be grieving that hasn't been actioned. There could be just different pieces from your past that you are choosing to feed back into that perhaps are not giving you overall great experiences. So if you're holding on to crap, if you're holding on to junk, only you can sort of deburden that, only you can sort of move that away. And it's really important not to feed back into it. Now, sometimes with this debulking, it can sometimes indicate that there could be physical people that maybe also need to leave your life, or circumstances or situations that you have to maybe stop feeding into. But it's all about actively looking at your inputs and your outputs and choosing to carry the ones that add purpose, that add value. So as you venture forward, you've got a great path, you've got a great road ahead, and keep it light, keep it light-hearted. Cherry pick how you live your life. Don't compromise here. So this is coming up a lot, and I think because we're still in quite a weird sort of energy at the moment, that's maybe why this is being heightened for some of us. But definitely look and be true to yourself, and if it isn't yours, or if you don't want to receive those feelings or those thoughts or those lesser energies anymore, put it down. It's like, to give you an example, if you had a rucksack full of rocks and you were holding it and it was getting really heavy, really clumpersome, you wouldn't keep burning yourself out trying to sort of get to the end sort of destination. You would put the bag down, you'd have a rest, you'd have a breather, you'd look and see, do I need to carry all these rocks, or you might chuck some of them out. So it's a debulking that is really needed if you've been drawn to this card. Now then guys, as we're going into card 2, don't panic, but we're going into the energy of the moon. Now when the moon shows, this is usually about clearing, cleansing, releasing. We're in a retrograde at the moment, and for a lot of people that has brought up some strange energy. It's made some of us sort of go into a little bit of a self healing and a self-care. The moon is all about releasing, it's about clearing, it's about setting things free, but it is also about exposing and revealing. Now it could be, if you've been drawn to this card, maybe you are really investing at the moment in your shadow work. Maybe some of you are really investing in a little bit of your healing journey. Maybe some of you are really starting to delve into emotions and some stuff that maybe been suppressed or buried, and bringing that to the surface to be cleared and to be worked through, which if that's the case, great, that's the energy of the moon. This is also sometimes a little bit of a warning card, so be very cautious, be very careful of the types of energy around you this week. Look at how people react, look at how people are responding to you, and if you feel anything a little bit off or a little bit untoward or just not quite as it should be, pay attention to this, because the moon is sometimes trying to sort of reveal or make you sort of psychically aware of something before it becomes an issue. So if you're feeling like something is a little bit, you know, not quite right, and then something plays out, that's the psychic body trying to prepare you. So be very mindful of how energies are around you this week, and for the kind of coming couple of weeks actually, I want to say. And don't let any sort of people from past times come back in with, you know, with drama or with lower level energy. It's keeping boundaries, it's keeping things on your terms. Use the power of the moon to cleanse, to heal, to purify, because the moon wants to offer you illumination. And it's almost like there could be a little bit of dramatic energy going on here at the moment, but sort of beyond that, there's a clear path, there's a clear road, which this one in card 1 is aiming to get to, you know. So don't let any sort of outside influences, any drama, any crap pull you back into something and limitate where that road wants to take you, because ultimately both of these cards are saying there is a clear road and it does lead to clear success. Now then, as we've got an interesting set of cards this week. You can tell we're in a retrograde, As we're going into card 3, we're going into the energy of the 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is a card of feeling a little bit trapped, a little bit restricted, a little bit binded. But it's really important with this not to become prisoner to the frustrations, the immediate problems. I've got something going on this week with my landlord, and it's a bloody pain in the arse, and it's an ongoing issue. And it is making us feel quite pissed off. It is making us feel quite frustrated, but it's trying to move past that energy, because if we buy into that, if we huff and puff about it, all that happens is this will become more escalated, and we'll feel more trapped, we'll feel more annoyed with that situation. So it's having to try to park it to one side. The key with this card, I think, when it comes in, is not being victimized by maybe the blockages or the upheavals that you're going through, even if things don't feel fantastic or fabulous, because sometimes, yes, there may be problems going on around you, but sometimes we unintentionally allow those to become more escalated than they actually needed to be. So it's giving yourself enough permission to use these swords around you to kind of bind the ties, to sort of cut the ties that bind, set yourself free, remove the blindfold and see the bigger picture. Don't get pulled into the problems, don't get pulled into the tunnel visions of things, because that's where we choose to restrict or isolate ourselves. So even if you feel trapped, or you don't feel like a home situation is great, or maybe you're in a relationship that's feeling a little bit uncomfortable, it could be things on a minor scale, or it could be things on quite a big collective scale. But whatever it is for you, try and see past the frustrations and how things will be beyond that experience. Because if we get consumed in something, the mind is that like sort of magnetic energy, we end up attracting more of this, and this is the very thing we want to free ourselves from. So all the cards this week are sort of saying, don't stay restricted, don't stay stuck, see beyond the energies that might be around you or that you might be working with. But yeah, and it's an interesting one. So I do feel retrograde has flared up, and it's maybe caused quite a lot of us to feel fragile in quite a lot of different ways. But remember, with all of these cards, you're the doorkeeper of your own destiny, and a circumstance, a situation and an experience can only have power over you if you buy into that. Okay, so keep those thoughts and keep that physical action moving forward like a little steam train, and you will get to where you need to be. So I'm going to leave the energies with you. Stay safe, stay well, stay fabulous. I am going to be in Martock this Sunday. I have a couple of afternoon spaces left if you want to come and book and see me there for face-to-face, one-to-one tarot and mediumship readings. Martock in Somerset. Drop me a message, let me know, we can get you booked in, and I'll see the rest of you lovelies on Zoom and Facebook, or at the various bits and pieces we're doing. Just a reminder as well, this Friday I've had to date change the event that I'm doing with Anna Lee. So it was going to be Monday, but it's now going to be Friday the 13th, the Witch's Day. Good luck for us magical folk. So I'll be doing that with Anna Lee, 7:30 till 9 o'clock. Free lives for tarot, maybe some witches runes, and maybe some mediumship. So if you're free, if you want to come along to that, that will be on my page, and it'd be great to see some of you. So stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.